So yippee, we're here again, and what we're talking about is Dyslexia Revised from 2023 to 2025. And in my other video, I had to cut out myself because the video was just blocking all my slides. And so this is it here. I wanted to see my t-shirt first. See, yes, you can teach and grow rich. A book written by Mrs. Otas. Okay, so let's go straight into our class today. So globally accepted definition of dyslexia 2022 to 2024 consensus based on updates from leading bodies such as International Dyslexia Association, which I'm a member of, British Dyslexia Association, and Emerging Research from Cognitive Neuroscience. Now, dyslexia is a neurodevelopmental learning difference characterized by persistent difficulties with accurate and or fluent word reading, spelling, and decoding. So if you watched my other video on YouTube that I did early this year, I think 9 months ago, about dyslexia, you see that the definition is different from this. So this difficulty arises from differences in how the brain processes phonological, that sound, information, leading to challenges in connecting letters to sounds, recognizing words automatically and spelling consistently. The 2025 revised dyslexia is outlined by the International Dyslexia Association, again describes dyslexia now as a specific learning disability characterized by difficulty. So it's a disability because of law, but difficulty because it's a struggle. It's not like it's a life sentence or a death sentence in word reading and or spelling that involve accuracy, speed, or both, and very depending on the orthography. I don't know if my other colleague talked about Otten-Gilliam approach. If you don't know about Otten-Gilliam approach, though I think I have a video on it somewhere on my other YouTube channel. But go learn about Otten-Gilliam approach, because Otten-Gilliam approach helps a lot with dyslexia, and that is why they're including orthography, because there's no you do dyslexia or you use orthographic coding as a dyslexia support method. So the definition changed. It's specific and it's just a words in word reading, spelling. So the key factor is accuracy and speed. So dyslexia has to do with the accuracy and speed of sounds, letters, word, spelling, recognition of words, and connecting letters to sound. But it just boils down to accuracy and speed. Okay, so what is dyslexia? 2023 to 2024, I think I defined that already. Then 2025, I also defined that already. And so what are the key components of the 2025 revised definition? 1, word reading difficulty, which affects accuracy, speed, or affects both. Multifactorial causes, which is genetics, neurobiological, environmental influence. Spelling challenges, varying in severity. So that's what we have from mild to severe dyslexia. Then persistence, how persistent, because if it is an on and off, it's not dyslexia. There's something that's happening that you need to check, not dyslexia. Then continuum of severity. It is not a distinct category. So dyslexia, dyslexia used to be a distinct category before, but now the new definition is telling us that it is no longer a distinct category. It is now on the spectrum. So you say autism spectrum. Do you know ADHD is on the spectrum? But now dyslexia too has been placed on the spectrum. That's why you have to be upgraded. You can't just be stale as a special need educator, okay? So dyslexia is not caused. So with this revised edition, I'm saying others, dyslexia is not. Dyslexia is not caused by lack of exposure to reading or low intelligence. It's not caused by poor teaching. That is what we used to say before. Now, and also, it's often have average or above average intelligence. People with dyslexia have average or above average intelligence. Dyslexia now exists on the spectrum, which is why it's now ranged from mild to severe and appear differently in different people. Dyslexia is rooted in brain-based differences, especially in phonological processing, working memory, rapid naming, and orthographic mapping. This is why I said you can't go and still look for orthographic Otten-Gilliam approach. That helps with dyslexia. So those of you that teach dyslexia and you only focus on Jolly Phonics is just you helping the child with sounds and sound blends. Jolly Phonics, it's not helping with dyslexia. It's only helping with sounds and sound blends because it's a multisensory approach. So it's a multisensory approach that is making it to get infused into dyslexia support. But if you want to know the detail on how to support a dyslexic learner, go and search for Tingiliam approach, which I'm also a certified student of. But years ago, I think 2020, yes. So dyslexia often co-occurs with other learning differences. That is why I think in my other dysgraphia class I said this thing don't exist alone, which is why you need to learn about everything. You can't say I only just know one part. I know you need to know about everything, even though you're going to specialize on just one. So it occurs with other learning differences, including ADHD, dysgraphia, developmental language disorder. So dyslexia does not affect creativity. It doesn't affect problem solving. That doesn't affect thinking ability. In fact, they have strengths in reasoning, creativity, and visual spatial thinking. Now, therapy support strategies. So it must be structured, multisensory, and repetitive. So that multisensory, your telephone is coming here. And its support includes, can you say again, Otingilium-based phonics instruction, multisensory tasks, decodable reading material, which is where you have to break your sounds and they go through the sound smoothly. It's not saying bad, they go bad. Okay. Decodable reading materials. This small ladybug book. This small easy to read, like the texts are always large, it has pictures. Those are decodable reading materials. Phoneme segmentation and blending exercises. Now, reading fluency drills, which is where they have to read timed readings. Assistive tech, audiobooks, speech to text, colored overlays. Go watch my video on YouTube. The YouTube videos, you will also see where I talked about these things a whole lot. Explicit spelling rules and patterns. So that's why I said there's nothing you will do with a child with learning difficulty that does not involve patterning. Then one skill at a time teaching. If you're teaching blends, focus on blends. If you're teaching word family, focus on word family. If you're teaching scaffolding, work on scaffolding. If you're teaching mapping, work on mapping. If you're teaching orthographic coding, focus on one per time. Then regular progress monitoring. We don't joke with that as a therapist. Okay, so this is the end of this. I just wanted to update you on the revised one because my other colleague I talked about dyslexia. So once again, I'm a Prestelma Ige, the anointed teacher, and it's fun doing this again with the second cohort.